Alright, I have a confession to make. And this confession takes the form of a story. Some might call it a parable. And this parable took place the summer of 2016, which as of now was just a couple months back. It was a summer where I'd picked up my exercise routine. The year previous I'd picked up calorie counting, and that helped me maintain the weight I'm satisfied with, but I couldn't eat to my heart's desire, so biking became a thing. It was the best mode of transport from home to work, work being an intern at a property tax law firm. And the day this parable took place was a drizzly day, a bit wet, but nothing my bike couldn't handle. And I had just put in 8 long hours, a full shift, and by the end I was worn, tired, and ready for sleep. So I hopped on my bike and I prepared for the journey home. But it was then that I received a call from a friend with an offer. It was the summer of 2016, so that offer was if I wanted to go hunt some Pokemon at a local park. He was in the neighborhood, and it was a thing people did at the time. The summer of 2016 was strange. So I took him up on his offer. He asked me if I knew where the park was. I said yes, thinking I could get there on my own, and I set off for a new destination. But I soon found that my memory failed me, and I got lost. And I made the dumb decision of pulling out my phone midst bike ride and searching through Google Maps. I was confident in my road skills as a biker, so I thought there would be no consequences. A white sedan pulled up behind me and honked for a solid 3 seconds. Passed me by, and it wasn't like I was going to make a fuss. It was, again, a bit rainy, so a bit dangerous. And I noticed ahead that there was a red light, and I followed through with the normal procedures, brake, but I noticed that because the road was a bit slippery, I couldn't stop. And my bike, carrying mud and wet asphalt, started hurtling towards this white, new sedan. There was an impact, of course. Not a big one. It was more like a light tap. But it was enough to scare me off the roads. I made my way for the sidewalk. It didn't take long for the owner of the white sedan to emerge and cry, "You there! Get back here right now! How dare you! How dare you!" I pondered for a moment whether I'd make my escape or return to face this man head on. Being a good Samaritan, besides my Google Maps habits, I returned and was immediately met with accusations. "You were distracted and texting in the middle of the road. How dare you!" Now, I wasn't texting. It was a technicality that I really couldn't let slide. My actions were wrong, but his interpretation of the scenario was as well. I politely told him, "I'm sorry, sir. It was wrong of me, but I was actually on Google Maps. It will never happen again. It was a poor decision on my part. I am deeply sorry." "Liar! You were texting. I saw you. I saw you as I passed by." I was a bit insulted. Tiny bit, but I was the offender in this situation, so I didn't get heated. I told him I would pay for any damages. Like you would do that! Like you would pay for these damages! The damages being a small scuff that I imagine could have been wiped off with a finger. And he, I think, tried to scare me. He told me, "Get your ID out right now!" And I did. I could pay for whatever small damages were possibly done to the vehicle. I was working, and I was willing. I think he was attempting to scare me as a dumb adolescent. But I think I ended up scaring him. And he left. I was free. I returned to the sidewalk. I opened back up my phone and found that I had actually caught the Bulbasaur I was hunting.